like how we're just like, look at Popeye over here.
I guess today we were all green coordinated.
Look at that.
Even Tinkerbell did green today. Look at her.
Right, Tinkerbell. We have a new little member here, Tinkerbell.
We have a new member of the channel. Thank you very much.
Accompanying us today, Tinkerbell.
I know.
Very cute.
Welcome back to Across the Wave. Yes. Today we're coming from the port of St. Croix.
St. Croix.
Oh, yes. I'll be honest. I literally sat there. I was like, Croix, what? Crouch.
It's the same thing. Yeah, it's like with the drink.
Yeah, I mean, how is St. Croix? I'm still trying to figure out how that pronunciation is Croix. Okay.
Isn't it French?
I don't know. I know it's in the Virgin Island. I was having a hard time spelling the port, the
Frederiksted.
Frederiksted. There you go.
I hope I'm saying that right. But by the way, I hope I'm saying that right because I rolled with it. I didn't even look it up.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another Across the Wave. Welcome back, Miss Mama Nancy. Like always, she's here. She's our #1 fan. Yes, and hello to all the other viewers that never go on the chat. I'm not sure why. Don't be scared. Say hello. Say hello to the community. Right, Keith? We want to hear from everybody, right? At least say hello so we can know who you are.
Even if it's a hello, indeed.
And at the end of this, I will talk about some crazy news that I had this week. I mean, but. I don't know. I just don't want to understand videos sometimes. Sometimes you think a video is good and it literally hits the dud. Like it doesn't even move. And then I have another video. I was like, and I put it up yesterday. It's got over 500 views in less than 24 hours.
Well, see, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. I know sometimes you work on a project and it doesn't go the way you thought it was going to be, and then you work on something and then it just takes off for some reason. It's crazy.
There's been times where I made the video, but it was a mixture of news stories, right? So it was really very, very simple and very, very easy to make because I had to add the news stories into it, right? So after I did all that, it literally, I was done filming, editing, and all that in maybe like a half hour, and it did really well. And then my next video, I did a lot more work because now I had to do it on my own. It did horrendous. I literally put 2 videos up there yesterday, and now the other one, I took it down and I reposted it because that's how bad it did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it did. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, I cannot figure it out.
It is crazy. It is crazy because you don't know where the video is going to go at that point in time. I was just thinking on the way here because I had to take my daughter to a friend's house, and I'm thinking, okay, how many more videos I have before I get on Star of the Seas so that we don't interrupt the Europe part and put Star in between. So
yeah,
it's just like you got to figure out so many different things and try to change things and colors and this and that to figure out what's going to attract the person out there.
It's going to work, right?
See, for you. You know how many videos you're going to. I know I'm not going to know how many I have because I have news stories. I turn them into shorts all the time and all that stuff. And now I do like this whole, a lot of people don't realize, but I do this whole AI thing with my shorts too. I know,
Okay.
Wait
a minute. So wait a minute. Is that you or is that an AI version of you? But wait, hold on.
No. I'm not in it. But you have not seen my AI videos, the shorts.
Yeah,
I have not. No,
I've seen your shorts.
I've seen shorts, but I haven't seen any with AI.
Yeah, so you don't see me at all. It's just the person talking. It's an AI person talking.
Like the one you just did with the kid.
So I literally did one. I just put one up today because about the hip hop and the rap. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
I saw that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, everybody, please do watch that video. I mean, I put that video up today about. Let's see where I'm at. Oh, I'm almost at 600 views. I just put it up less than 24 hours ago.
Well, see, there you go.
You're doing good. Yeah. There you go. Awesome.
But I tried to change the thumbnails and all that stuff. You know, thumbnails to me, I get very obsessed with it. I'm like, oh, is it good? Is it good? But sometimes it just doesn't catch people.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and sometimes it's the algorithm. It's this. So, but I literally. I'm constantly looking at my thumbnails. I'm like, is it good? Do I think it's good? I start looking. I like to look at other people's thumbnails, like the bigger creators, the people who are successful, because I want to look at them and see what I could do to help to change mine. Right. And if it works, then it works. You know?
Well, it's like everything. It's like right now we're live streaming, and as long as the people hit that like button, it'll tell YouTube that we're live, and then it pushes our show out there so people can come and see. That's why it's very important for people to hit the like button, and that's the reason why we always say hit that like button.
It's definitely, I mean, it's a handful of things when it comes to that. It's hitting the like button. I mean, sharing is somewhat important, but not as important as hitting the like button and leaving a comment.
Leaving a comment.
Right?
That's what makes.
Because if you leave a comment and another one leaves a comment, another one. The algorithm is going to push it out there.
It's engaging. Right? It's what it is.
Yeah, it's showing that it's engaging. Like literally, I haven't told about it. Now I'll announce it. So when I did that short last week, right, I put it out there. It went up to like 132,000. But that's I've never seen it like that go like. But I'm going to look at it right now. But the comment. Let me give me. So I have 117 comments. I have over 2,800 likes.
There you go.
Hey, that's good.
That's really good. You know? Yeah. Wow.
You're getting little by little.
Where and then the video before, I had, you know, it was about the pier runners. That one has 6,700. Mine has 6,700 is pretty good. And that one only had 30 likes. If that one, you know, the thing with the other one, people kept commenting on it because it was a really good short. You know,
it's a hot topic, right?
Yeah. But that's the thing. At the time, it was trending. It was trending. And what a lot of people don't realize, you can take other material, but you have to make it into your own material. You can't just take the video and put it up there. How you make it into your own material is you take the material, you put the subtitles, you put captions and all that stuff. Now that is, you have branded that into your material.
Right.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Harlan. Thank you, sir, for being here with us today. Margot, welcome in. Sitting here in Dawson, Yukon, eating pizza and watching you guys. Man.
Awesome. Sounds great.
I bet you have a beautiful view right in front of you right now.
Yeah.
And then you have that pizza. I love it, Miss Margot. Love it.
That's what I was like. Well,
but yeah, it's like YouTube is like one of the hardest things to crack. It is one of the hardest things to crack.
But it's just so simple. Like, it's crazy. I'll have that video right there go viral on YouTube. And it will do absolutely nothing on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, nothing. So that's when I'm just like,
look at Guga and Rob. Remember last year, they were like in March, they had like about 4,000 subscribers. He put one short and it went viral, and he's like almost 300,000 subscribers and who knows what craziness that one short did to their channel. Crazy.
That goes to show you, right? It just takes that one moment that push you up. That's it.
That one thing.
That's it.
You know what, Jeffy? We could have been on the Louvre saying, "Look, we are sitting here in the hot sun.
We should have done something like that. Like, look at us sitting here in this
strike. We didn't even get to see the Mona. We should have done that, and we could have gone viral.
We could have gone viral. Like, oh, look at us here waiting for X amount of hours under the sun. You know,
and we could have put the Mona Lisa, you know, something on the Mona Lisa.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, or at least a screenshot. I don't know, something. But that was insane. So for those who don't know or whatever, the Louvre, when we went, the Louvre, I guess, had some problems. There was a strike.
Employee strike.
There was an employee strike, and they never told us what was going on. Jackie asked, I asked. We were like trying to figure out.
I even had the lady on video.
She had her on, and she was like, "We don't know what's going on. We don't know what time we're going to open." And we're like, It's almost
like, it was almost like 10:30.
It was at 10:44 because I saw the time and we left almost at 11. Like it was almost 11 o'clock, and I'm like, our appointment was at 9:30.
Yeah, 2:30 is when they open.
And then they opened at 2:30, and there was people there waiting even before us from 9 a.m., 8 a.m. And it was insane. It was insanity. And I'm like, listen, screw that. Let's go. It's hot. We're in the sun. There's no shade. And I want to see other things. Like I could watch the Mona Lisa some other time. It's fine.
Yep. And then we went out to have like a brunch. And then we went to Emily in Paris. For those of you that follow Emily in Paris, we went to check it out. It was a lot of fun doing that. And yeah, it was crazy that day.
We actually ended up having a good time, but that just bothers me that they don't, be honest with us.
Yeah.
St. Croix, that's what we're here for. We're here to talk about St. Croix. So
I don't know. We're missing the person that we're supposed to be doing this show for, which she was supposed to be here because she's going to St. Croix soon. But hey, she can always check it out. Miss Katie, you can always check out the replay. We love you, girl.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about her. She was here last week looking about this port.
Yeah. So Miss Katie, this one is for you. And for all of our viewers and our community, please make sure you hit that like button because we're getting ready to start the show.
Yep.
And here we go. We're going to start with the history. So let's go because we're already 2 minutes behind schedule. Let's go, guys. I'm just kidding. Welcome back, guys, to another Across the Wave. Today, we're going to be talking about the port of St. Croix, one of the ports that I have not yet stepped foot on. But one of these days, I'm going to have to go check it out. And I know I'm going to butcher the name of the port because I think Jeff said is Frederiksted, maybe, but the Frederiksted Pier, and he's laughing. You should see him. He's down there. He's laughing right now. Is about 1,526 feet deep. Cruise ship pier located in the U.S. Virgin Island is located at the west of the St. Croix U.S. Virgin Islands and accommodates 2 Eagle-class vessels, a maximum of 142,000 gross tons, each with a draft up to 29 feet, and 2 mini cruise vessels with draft of 18 feet. Anchorage is also available in the outer harbor of the larger ships. The platform of the pier is equipped with feathering systems that is designed for submarines. I've never, in the time that I've been, I've never seen a submarine. I actually seen them in movies and things like that. I don't know about who have actually seen a submarine. If you have, put it in the comments. I would like to know. I've never seen one other than in movies. This pier also has a shopping area, which is located within walking distance to the pier. Additionally, ground transportation, public restrooms, and other services are also available. While the pier is the gateway to shopping in Frederiksted, ooh, I said that right now. Taxis and tourist buses take visitors to Christiansted for shopping, sightseeing, and around the island tours. The elevation is 10 feet, which is about 3 meters above the sea level, and at the outmost point with 3-foot, 1 meter high access platform for entry to the scuba diving boats and sailing charters. That's just a little bit of information about that specific port area. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of history of St. Croix. They're actually into St. Croix. When I was reading it, they have like various indigenous groups that inhabit that island during the prehistoric Columbus landed in Santa Cruz, as he called it, in November 14 of 1493, and was immediately attacked by the Kilinago, which live in Salt River on the North Shore. This is the first recorded fight between the Spanish and the New World native population. And Columbus gave the battle the site name of Cabo de la Fecha, which is Cape of the Arrow. The Spanish never colonized the island, but almost all of the native population was eventually dispersed or killed by the end of the 16th century. The islands were said to be uninhabited. That's crazy if you think about it. And for those of you that have never been to St. Croix, it's a beautiful island out there. Has a lot of history. They went through the colonial period back in 1725, where the governor St. Thomas, his name is Frederick Moth, encouraged the Danish West Indies Company's director to consider purchasing Santa Cruz, which is today St. Croix, on June 15 of 1733. France and Denmark-Norway concluded the treaty by which the Danish West Indian Company bought the St. Croix for $750,000 in their currency back then. So nearly 200 years after St. Croix, St. Thomas, and St. John were the Danish West Indies by the mid to late 18th century, the peak of the plantation economy to St. Croix and enslaved populations number between 18,000 to 20,000. The white population during that time ranged between 1,500 and 2,000. That's crazy to even, the numbers back in the time. As a United States territories, because I don't know if you guys knew, but everything in the Virgin Islands is part of the U.S. territory. In 1878, St. Croix labor riot shook the island. In 1916, Denmark sold St. Croix, St. Thomas, and St. John to the U.S., formalizing the transfer of the Treaty of the Danish West Indies in exchange of 25 million in gold. In national referendum on the issue, 64.2%, the Danish voter approved the sale. In an unofficial referendum held in the islands, and 99.83% voted in favor of the purchase. Formal transfer of the island to the U.S. took place on April 1st of 1917. Could you imagine? That was back then that they actually bought 3 islands for $25 million in gold. I can even imagine if that was today, how much would it cost to buy these types of islands? St. Croix inhabitants were granted U.S. citizenship in 1927. So 10 years after that, they were granted citizenship to the United States. The island industrialized the move away from the society in 1960 to 1972. The Fountain Valley Massacre and a mass shooting during the robbery of a golf club led to the devastating reduction in tourism and lasted many years. In 1989, Hurricane Hugo, I remember I was in Puerto Rico through Hurricane Hugo, struck the island in Category 4 winds. The United States Army, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and the United States Marshal Services were brought into to restore the order. In 2012, shutdown of the Hovesa refinery resulted in the loss of many jobs. Agricultural has seen a slow resurgence due to an increase in demand of local produce and agricultural products. Category 5 Hurricane Maria, I was not in Puerto Rico back then, but my father was. Weaker outer eyewall crossed the St. Croix in 2017, sustaining winds reaching over 150 miles per hour and gusted about 250 in some places. That's crazy. Like, you know what it is? 250 mile per hour winds. The island western end, Maria damaged or destroyed 70% of St. Croix building, including schools and only hospitals. Just so that you know, the climate over there is usually 80 degrees, mid 80s to 70 in that island. And this is pretty much what I have today for our history part. So hopefully you enjoy it. Now I'm going to pass you over to Keith so he can bring you the news around St. Croix.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Obviously, my wife's here. She's not home right now. She's at her mom's house because her uncle came in. Uncle Phil. Hello, Uncle Phil. And happy birthday, Samantha, which is her cousin. So let's get to the story right here. And let's get to these news, which is coming up right here. And, actually, I got sidetracked. I have some stuff to read off for you guys. I forgot. I just got lost here. So welcome to the port of St. Croix, which it took me actually thinking about how to correct me on how to say it before we started. I was like, how do you say this? Is Croix? I could not pronounce it. So it's the port of St. Croix. Today was a high of 83. The minimum wage is $10.50 per hour, right? Like, okay, that doesn't sound like much, but if you transfer over to the USD, I didn't do the full thing, but I know for every $1 of USD is 30 cents at St. Croix. So they're not making that much money over there. Currently, there are no cruise ships there. From when I was looking at the cruise ships and all that, the schedule and all that stuff with the cruise ships, it shows like usually every 6 to about 8 days on there. At the port is when they have a ship, and it was like all Royal Caribbean. So, you don't get a lot of cruise ships going in there every day on a consistent basis. Okay, so let's get rid of that out of here. Okay, as the sailor here. Well, Jeffy came up with a new nickname for me. He started calling me Papa the Sailor Man, because I was going whoop whoop. All right, so here we go, everybody. Let's get going into all this. Hello, Cruising JK. Muncie, it's 58 days. I thought it was 60 today. I mean, it's 60. It's 57 on Saturday. So it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. No, it's 60 days. I mean, it might be 58 for you. I don't know. I'm getting confused over here. So whatever. So let me get to the news because you know me, I can sidetrack everybody. Okay, so let's get to this one right here. And so this is the St. Croix Times. And so Brian quits legal battle. WAPA blocks LEAC cut, overhauls power generators. So I'm going to do a quick read. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Governor Albert Bryan Jr. has stated publicly that he will not pursue legal action against the 36th legislator in their efforts to roll back his recent salary increase that was enacted on January 1st of 2025. His decision to not challenge the Senate's plan to override veto a bill number 3685 seems based on his feelings to end the controversy that has plagued the territory for weeks and caused his policy priorities. And he finds it extremely important to the future of the Virgin Islands to fall onto the back burner of public discourse. I mean, this is just politics, This is stuff actually, we really don't see, we all like to go to these islands, but we don't know the politics side of the islands, because that's the one thing that we always forget, everybody forgets is when you go to these, I'm just trying to set this one up for everybody. When you go down to these islands, they all have, politics and all that stuff, governments, and, so some of these politicians down there, they might be corrupt. You don't know. A lot of politicians around the world are corrupt. Not all of them. Some of them do good, but some of them, they have to be corrupt to do good things too. So, U.S. Virgin Islands reports increase in cruise arrivals. This is of last year. The U.S. Virgin Islands reported a significant growth in cruise passengers arrival in 2023 compared to 2019. In 2023, St. Thomas and St. Croix welcomed more than 1.6 million passengers on 495 cruise calls, representing a 13% increase compared to 2019. I'm not going to read this whole story, but you can see there is an increase, but I'm not seeing the. Just by looking at how many ships are going to St. Croix compared to if you look at St. Thomas, there's not many ships that actually are going there on a consistent basis. They may be getting in a 3 weeks span maybe 4 to 5 ships. So that's the one thing that I'm seeing right now over there. I mean, I would like to see them get more. Obviously, they're not, because a lot of the cruise ships are going to St. Thomas, and then they're going to the other Virgin Island, which is owned by England. I think Tortola. I think that's how you pronounce it. Not exactly. Okay, so we got one more story, and then I'm gonna pass this over to Jeff D. So Tinkerbell says she thinks Virgin goes there, and you gotta leave from San Juan, Puerto Rico, in order to go there. All right. I mean, eventually, I would like to do a cruise to Jamaica. I mean, I don't think Carnival has any cruises that go to Jamaica. I mean, I do enjoy Carnival cruises because of I like Carnival's deck price. I really enjoy their deck price. I think they do an amazing job. Meaning that, don't get me wrong, other cruise lines do it pretty good too. MSC has an amazing white party. If you ever go. So VI delegates reflect on congressional budget actions. On the day that Congress took the next step forward toward passing Donald Trump's spending bill, the Virgin Island delegates to Congress offer her thoughts about the recent wrangling on Capitol Hill. Delegate Stacey Black described efforts being made to raise awareness among local lawmakers of how congressional action will impact her budget consideration. So, yeah, I mean, you can see that, people hate him, they love him. Donald Trump, every president you're going to hate and love, right? It's a politician. People are going to hate, they're going to love him, but you just hope they do some good. I mean, I'm hoping. I mean, let me double check this. I mean, this is in the Virgin Islands, so. I mean, okay, I just had to double check because now I started reading the bottom, but big beautiful bill. I don't even know what that is. I'm not even getting involved with that politics, but because that could cause a whole nother debate right there. But okay, all right, I'm gonna pass this over to Jeff D, and then we are good. So Jeff D, take it over.
I clicked it and then I unclicked it. Great. Okay, well, I feel like I would dance this. That's what I was saying. Nonstop. We are in the port of St. Croix, like everybody has been saying, and I'm gonna bring you around the port. That's what I'm here for. So let's just dive in directly. So Frederickstead and St. Croix, which is part of the U.S. Virgin Islands, because there is also there were other Virgin Islands that were not the U.S., and I forgot what it was. But anyway, I'm going to talk about St. Croix. So let's do this. All large cruise ships berth at the island's only major pier, which is officially named after the former Public Works Commissioner Anne E. Abramson. The pier is 1,526 feet long, allowing 2 cruise ships to tie up at the same time. A kiosk filled with tourism information sits at the head. Public restrooms are nearby. While the pier is a gateway to shopping in Frederickstead, taxis and tour buses take visitors to Christiansted for shopping, sightseeing, and on round the island tours. Shuttles are around $16. The dock is in the center of town. You could hang out on one of the pretty beaches within easy 10 to 15-minute drive, walking distance to the pier. Oh no, it's a 15 minutes. Oh my gosh, it's a 10 to 15 minute walking distance from the pier. Whoa, okay. Now, apparently, based on what I discovered, a new electric trolley has just been put in operation to assist in transporting guests on the very long pier. This was established in 2023. In Christiansted, there's a smaller cruise ship that pulls at Gallows Bay Dock, which is about one mile east of the town. Now, what else can I say about this? So, St. Croix is rich in culture and history, along with its beautiful beaches and class recreational activities, create an experience unlike other in the Caribbean. Since the day of Christopher Columbus first arrived at Salt River on St. Croix more than 500 years ago, sugar and rum have been shaped in the island life and land. 44 sugar mills, each with imposing windmill towers and factory chimneys, still rest in the shadows of stately 18th century and 19th century homes. So very interesting. Very nice about that. Located on the west of the island, Estate Wim Plantation is just one example of these great houses, which acres of rolling green hills and Croix Plantation estates also bore crops of okra, cabbage, corn, and other vegetables still prominent in the Caribbean cuisine. As sugar industry declined after the 1960s, tourism became the most important industry on the island. Now, Christiansted and Frederiksted, the two main towns of St. Croix, flourished as commercial ports during the 18th century and 19th century. Now, district architecture reflects on 7 flags: Spanish, Dutch, British, French, Knights of Malta, Danish, and American. Oh my God, it's a lot in that flag that have flown over the island. Today, visitors of St. Croix can enjoy a number of indoor and outdoor activities, from fine dining, shopping, and casino to golf, scuba diving, and horseback riding. And that is one of the excursions that I did see, but I'm not going to talk about it. The Cruz and Rum Distillery, in operation for over 300 years in the same location, is home to the world's finest rum. The distillery, formerly known as Estate Diamond, offers guided tours to the facilities that explain the distillery process, the importance of the rum island's history, and the story of the estate grounds. Now, so that's one of the places that you could definitely go ahead and visit. On the pier, you can buy tickets to the shuttle buses that run across the island to the quaint capital, Christiansted, which I did mention before. An intriguing combination of tropical charm and European heritage. Christiansted has a great setting as its home of a beautiful restored Danish fortress. A taxi to Christiansted will cost about $25 for 2 people, so it's just an average. Getting around any of the Virgin Islands is fairly easy. All of the islands have bus services and or regulated taxi services. Very important. You can bargain most things in the island, but taxi and bus rates are regulated, so can't bargain on that. You could pretty much bargain, I guess, on some souvenirs and other prices, maybe on the rum, but not on the taxis. So there you have that. Now, nearby places, let's say you have Buck Island National Reef Monument. It is a 880-acre nature preserve, boats an underwater snorkeling trail that has become most popular attraction in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Visitors are ferried by the boat to the island 1 mile northeast of St. Croix to visit the stunning array of coral and sea life. So that's super interesting. The best duty-free shopping is in Christiansted, where most stores are in the historic district. Stores are also closed on Sunday, so very important. Now, the currency is US dollars, very important as well. So that's all I have for around the port. I mean, clearly what we did is it's a small port at this point. It'll be just a little bit of what we normally do, what we see in the smaller islands. But definitely Frederiksted and Christiansted would be the most 2 places to go ahead and visit. So that's all that I have for around the port. So what we're going to go ahead and do is just bring everybody in and talk about our excursions and our restaurants. So let's do that. Bring it in. Hello, hola a todos.
Stick them up.
Oh my God! Ah! What was that?
You guys don't understand. Every time that it comes around the port, I could see Jeff D over there dancing to the beat while you guys are just waiting.
I love that song.
No, see, Tinkerbell can see everything on the bottom. She can see us. So if if you decide to take your shirt off or something, she'll see that.
That's why she's laughing every time she says something wrong, and she sees me over here laughing. Like, I know Jeffy's laughing, and I'm like,
so there's been times where thinking about her speaker was off, and I'm like,
I know
underneath my ear, and at that point I could tell that she don't have the screen. She's on the other screen.
Right.
And then I start calling.
Yes, Muncie, look, traveling with Tinkerbell.
Officially, yes.
Officially, we actually did it.
Baby Tinkerbell.
I know, the baby Tink. She's going to be part of the vlog. She's going to go with me everywhere I go. She's going to be on Start of the Seas, everywhere.
She's going to be everywhere. Look at Tink go.
Hey, Shanster Travel. Hello. Welcome in. Hello. Welcome in.
All right. So who goes and dives into this? Should I start or who go? Me?
Yeah, it should go Tinkerbell. Then it wraps around. I go last. I double dip. And then it goes back up.
All right. So who's going?
Oh, no. Okay. So now Jeffy goes first.
Oh, my gosh. All right. How do we do this? No, for real.
You forgot?
I have my oh, that's mine. Okay, yay. All right, so for food, I where am I going? Okay, so I did this one. Welcome to it's called Tap Deck and Bistro. That's the one that I chose for this one. It's super close to the port. I make sure that I can find one close to the port, and I did a bistro this time. And normally I do cafes. You can see it, right? No. Oh no.
Ghost tour.
Oh no! Wait, hold up. No.
Is this the excursion?
Yeah, that's my excursion.
Ooh, ghost tour.
I did this wrong. Ooh. Hold up. Let me do this again. Ooh.
Look, Chancellor wants to know about Buck Island.
Buck
Island. I know a Uncle Buck.
Oh no, not the Uncle Buck. ain't he from Bass Pro? Uncle Buck? Or maybe that's a different Uncle Buck.
I know there was a dog called Buck too. That was from.
All right, so they're going. I mean, it's if you read.
You're gonna start with the food first.
I thought that's how we normally do it. No.
Okay.
No excursions.
Oh my God! You guys have me so confused. Fine, I put it back up.
Guys, this is a live stream for a reason.
All right, sorry guys. See, I thought I had it. There you go. Here we are. Sorry.
If this was a podcast, you could edit that out.
I know, right?
All right. So we're doing the excursion. Okay. So here we are. That's where I was first. Jesus. Okay. St. Croix Ghost Tour of Historic Christiansted. I like, kind of ghostly stuff.
You should have told me. I would have brought out the skeleton,
Right. Well, you normally do that for October. So yeah. Anyway, I saw this. I found it just interesting. It's only $45 per adult.
See, you have Chanster confused here. You have the community confused.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right. So we're doing this one. Okay. So it's $45 per person. I found it different than what we normally do. So let's see what's this about. Experience the enchanting and eerie side of Christiansted on our hauntingly captivating nightmare walking tour. As dusk descends, we delve into the shadow of the town's rich history, exploring the mysterious past and intriguing spirits. Led by knowledgeable guides well reserved in local lore, you'll embark on a journey through cobblestone streets lined with historic buildings, each whispering tales of begone eras and ghostly encounters. Well, there you go. Listen closely as chilly stories unfold, from legendary haunts to tragic love stories that transcend time. Wander through dimly lit alleyways and hidden courtyards. Feel the palpable energy of the supernatural realm intertwined with the charm of Christiansted. Okay. I mean, I found it interesting. It's something different. Normally we do history, but this is history in a different way.
In a spooky way.
Yeah, right. I kind of found it cool. So there you go. $45 per person. They have more pictures in this. Let me see. All right, so some ladies, okay, Erie. Okay, well, she is just doing the most over here with her shades
I
on.
don't know if I want to do that.
So let me
But
get this. It's ages 10 to 100.
That it said there.
That's what it said. Yeah, ages 10 to 100.
I mean,
okay, this is a lot. Come on.
But what if I was born during Libya?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
You'll still be an adult. You'll still be around that 100 range.
Look at what Harlan is saying. I like ghostly encounters. Just be careful. The ghost may not like having you around.
There you go.
Trust me, ghosts are real. Don't even get me started. They are real. I've had my own personal experience.
I was gonna say you had your own encounters.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. But that's the one that I have for today. I mean, pretty simple, straightforward. So, what if you're 101? Listen,
I don't know, Muncie.
I guess you can't go there at that point.
This tour looks awesome to a ghost hunt on the side. That's right.
There you go, right? It's a little bit different. Normally, we're used to, tours around, but this is like a little tour with a little bit of history and ghosts. So,
that one was good. I know, right?
Should have done that for Halloween. Darn.
All right, so I'm going to present mine.
Yes.
Let's present mine. Hold on.
By the way, I've never been to St. Croix, so it's kind of weird.
So how many Virgin Islands are there? 3? Or is it more?
Isn't there the U.S. Virgin Islands and there's the other Virgin Islands? What are the other ones? The
Tortola and St. Thomas.
Yeah, but U.S. has 3, right?
Hold on, I can't even find mine now.
There's 3 for the U.S. I thought there's only St. Thomas.
No, St. Croix is U.S.
I have no clue.
There's the British Virgin Islands. There you go. The British Virgin
Islands.
Islands.
There's a British, and then there's a non-British one. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, so mine is going to be about live music and sunset sail. I just love that picture.
Yeah,
I don't know about you guys, but this is just so pretty to see. Look at her. She's over there taking a picture. It's about $70 per person. This tour is about 2 hours and 30 minutes. You can get mobile tickets if you like. A little bit about this excursion. Set sail along the coast of St. Croix, and it takes in the Caribbean sunset on a cruise package. Relax on board a catamaran, and live music set the mood. Whistling, enjoying complimentary rum punch. Travel past the historic Frederiksted waterfront and the Sandy Point National Wildlife Refuge on a gentle boat trip. A great way to unwind at the end of the busy vacation and take the island natural splendor. Make sure you take coastal sights and laid back atmosphere. Meet and befriend fellow travelers on board. Celebrate a romantic occasion like a honeymoon or an anniversary. Children's welcome on board as well. What's included? Alcohol beverages. Our famous rum punch, complimentary all evening. This is an 18-year-old and above. It doesn't come with gratuity, snacks, or soda pop, like it says there. The meeting point is on Frederiksted Pier, St. Croix, Frederiksted, St. Croix. Open on Google Maps, and you will find your place there. Let me see if we have some other pictures. Look at that's the boat. For you, Chancellor, that you're planning on doing something like that, maybe this is something romantic that you might want to check and do.
That looks beautiful. Yeah.
It does look really nice. So yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Look, Muncie's like, oh, the alcoholic beverages are included.
I was like, ooh. Me as if I drink so much.
It mentions pop and soda. That's right.
That's great.
So we're waiting.
So Muncie also wrote on there that the Kmart in St. Croix is also closing this summer.
It is?
Yeah, Muncie wrote that on there.
Muncie's been checking off the Kmarts that are closing.
Yeah.
Look at Chancellor. Oh, that rum punch on the island.
Yeah. Dangerous.
So here we go, the St. Croix Island tour.
Ooh.
So let's see what they get. So it's $118.43 per person.
So this is the good version, not the spooky one. Okay, got it.
Is that Snoop Dogg, by the way?
Oh
no. No, it's not.
I mean, is it?
No.
Look, Keith, shout out Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, that's like Snoop Dogg and
oh my God.
Who's the old white guy in the movies who smoked weed all the time? I forgot his name.
What?
You know who I'm talking about?
No.
Willie Nelson? Willie something?
What?
I don't. What?
I'm gonna give you his name, okay? So you got this one place, Columbus landed. This is the site of Christopher Columbus' second landing in 1493. I thought I said 1993. I was like, get the fuck out! Excuse my language over here.
Are you drinking rum punch that we don't
Are
know?
you? Did that? Yeah.
I wish. I haven't even had a drink. I don't drink no more. That's the crazy part. Okay, so let's go. There weren't too many pictures there.
Wait, so this was 100 and what? 118?
Are you a local driver? Yes, gratuities are not included. Personal, you bring your own
it
lunch.
doesn't even include lunch, personal expenses.
Well, it's a 3-hour tour, so bring yourself some water. It's probably
short.
English, Spanish. Yep, English and Spanish. Everybody, if you have a group, they'll give you some discounts. I'm assuming it's gonna be like 10 or more. What else? Pickup points, the mean point, so you're gonna meet them. Google Maps, the end point, what to expect. Okay. 1 second before I get that. I'd like to open this all up. You get to go to Salt River Bay National Historic Park, Ecological Preserve, Cyan Farm Distillery, Mutiny Island Vodka. So you know, I never knew that they made vodka in the Caribbean until today.
Because they normally do rum, right?
You know, yeah, because vodka is usually like Russian, Polish. You know, it's like Eastern European. You know.
Yeah.
Additional right here. Let's see what they got.
Oh, look, you can even cancel 24 hours. That's cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just leave this out. I'm not gonna read all this, you know, because we got some food to talk about, you know.
Right.
But I'm getting hungry right now, and that is about it for this part. So let's find out where in the world are we gonna go eat? Anybody else on here?
Are you gonna do the food? Are you gonna start it?
Yeah, I'm gonna start.
Yeah,
I was just
start the food. Chancellor Travel says, "Oh no, 3-hour tour. I think I'll pass." Yeah.
Okay.
It is a small island.
It is a small, yeah.
Small. Before we start the food, then. Okay, small. I have it up here already.
It has two main towns. It has Frederickstead, which is where
okay, here we go.
And Christiansted.
Boom! Look, St. Croix or St. George and St. Thomas, which is bigger?
Well, St. Croix looks okay. St. Croix is bigger.
Okay.
No, St. Croix looks bigger.
Yeah, St. Croix is bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the British Virgin Islands up there. Tortola. Oh, I think
that's Tortola.
Tortola.
This is the first time that I knew that U.S. Virgin Islands had 3 islands. I only thought it was St. Thomas.
Actually, they have more than 3 islands.
Well, I Googled it. It says 3. I mean, obviously,
I think if I'm not mistaken, ain't there about 365 around there?
Oh, you mean islands? Like the little islands, like next, like composed the 3 main ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's get back to the food.
Like, what's going on today?
All right, so welcome to Tap Deck Bistro.
But that's the one that I have.
What?
You took my restaurant.
Are you serious?
Yes. I'll look for another one.
you told me.
I literally said I got Tap Deck Bistro. I'll look for a new one.
Are you sure, Keith, that you're not drinking any rum punch or?
I mean, that's fine. Talk about it. It's okay. Go ahead.
All right. Well,
you might want to check on Keith.
So we please announce our new bistro menu, but it didn't take me to Facebook, so I figured it was good. I figured it wasn't it.
I took it.
Let's check that menu.
Yeah.
That me and me and Jeffy's restaurant. You know.
Yeah, we'll just do a 2-for-1. Yeah, that's fine. Perfect.
Look at your mom. My son needs a drink.
Yeah, he needs food, I think. He needs something.
Margarita, mocktail.
Oh, we can't see it.
What do you
Did
mean?
it open a new window?
Oh, my fault. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me know that.
You're welcome. That's why we're doing it together. So the reason I picked this one particularly is because it's pretty close to the port. That's my main reason why I picked it.
Let me 1 second. Let me just make sure. Okay.
And it also has a menu, like a Facebook. Because the other one that I had looked at, I think it's probably the same one that Keith did. It throws you through Facebook, which is kind of odd. It doesn't have like an actual website. So this one at least does have a website.
So you got homemade flatbreads, got this. Okay, it's not clickable. I mean, I clicked the menu. This is still my name show a menu here. So I'm going to look for it. Give it a second. And let's see. Let me click it again. It literally just, that's basis. It's literally showing me the same screen. Yeah, basically that's the same screen.
Oh, it says go to where it says our drinks.
On the top?
Yeah, in the top corner it says our drinks, go there. And then it takes you to like a drink menu, but see if you could go further down.
Yeah.
It's just
okay, so these are the drinks. So
Virgin there's the drinks.
Yeah. That's odd. Contact us. Let me see.
Cruising Cadillac.
Yeah, it didn't give me no menu, but you can see what the food looks like at least.
Yeah.
Oh, they got a Moscow Mule, the Island Negroni.
Let me go back again. Just maybe I'll see him drinks. It says a view menu.
Kelly Knopp, owner. No stranger to caring for others, Kelly, a resident of St. Croix, left a thriving career in nursing to pursue her dreams of owning a local restaurant. Okay, lady. I mean, good for you. What?
Yeah.
No, if you go up and it says our team, you could see the owner and some of the kitchen staff, which it's nice, you know.
All right. I guess we could make fun of them.
I didn't, but it was like she left her, you know, she was nursing, and I guess she left her nursing career to pursue a dream, which is awesome. You know what? Good for you, because
Kelly, what? Knopp. Okay. All right, the kitchen team.
But I want the food. I want to see the foods.
Well, there's some food.
Well, yeah, no, but you know what I mean? Like the actual menu. That's so odd.
Maybe I gotta go to Facebook this time.
Hi, Chancellor.
Let's see what pops up on the Facebook.
Thank you so much for that.
I'm not gonna bring us there.
That Dragon Ball Z shirt looks wonderful.
Yeah, the price range. I mean, I'm just not burning. So I think this was horrible.
Yeah, it was.
And you both picked it. Oh God!
I know. Well, yeah, that is true. But because it's weird.
Should I do mine now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do yours, and then I'm gonna get something for it. Because I was horrendous.
Let me do mine because you all couldn't get it together today.
Oh my!
Wait, let me see if I. Oh. No, I mean, do yours. I'm still looking here to see if I find Yeah, no, this ain't gonna work. Oh.
Okay, so on mine, the one that I chose was Polly at the Pier because yesterday when I was doing my live stream, Harlan suggested, I think it was called Pickle something, but that restaurant, Harlan, has been closed completely, so it's no longer out there. I wanted to talk about that Greek restaurant, but it's completely gone. So Polly at the Pier technically is one of the number 2 restaurants in Frederiksted. So it's like right here, you can see it out of 27. It has a 4.6, 953 reviews. Let me see if I can get you guys a menu. Let me see. How do I? Ooh, hold on. Well, this is some of their food. They have 160 something. pictures here. But let me look for their menu. Now I feel like you guys. They have vegetarian-friendly, vegan options, gluten-free options, breakfast, lunch, and drinks. They have to have some sort of menu here. I also opened it on TripAdvisor, so I should have just opened it on the actual.
Do they have a website? Because then it falls like the same issue we were having with the other one, that it was just a Facebook page.
Hold on, guys. Let me just remove this one.
St. Croix has failed us today.
Yeah, St. Croix's menu suck.
St. Croix has failed us today.
No, I found another place. You see a menu. It was literally a piece of paper where you check off the menu. I was like, okay, this ain't good. I'm looking right now, and I literally, there's literally.
Here we go. Yep. Hold on, guys. Let me just. Here we go. Share with everybody. There we go. Okay, so Polly's at the Pier, St. Croix Neighborhood Cafe.
Nice.
They open Monday through Saturdays 8 to 3 and Sundays 8 to 1.
All right. I thought that said I hate. I'm like, wait, what?
Polly's build your own scramble, 3 egg scramble add-ons, and your choice with toast and English muffin. They got burritos. Yeah. They even have business breakfast, hen house waffle breakfast, Belgian waffles. Nice. They also have breakfast sandwiches here.
So bacon, egg, and cheese, Bagelicious, classic BLT. Okay.
They got the belt.
Yeah.
They got quesadillas and nachos for lunch, which starts at 11.
I haven't had some quesadillas in a while.
Quesadilla, Southwest vegan quesadilla, awesome.
Salads. They have Greek salad.
Oh, look at Greek salad. Okay, Asian salad.
Yeah. Shrimp Louis, black and mahi salad, sandwich and burgers. That burger looks good.
Yeah. Towering burger.
Yep, they have the wraps.
Oh, that's nice.
Caribbean jerk wrap, veggie wrap, Greek club, and grilled shrimp wrap.
Yeah.
Grilled
cheese. Yes, I love grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese classic, gourmet.
Yeah, grilled cheese is good.
Ooh.
Smoothies. Wow. So they got a little bit of everything. They got smoothies, grilled cheese, wraps, quesadillas, nachos, breakfast. So this is a really good spot. All right.
They got some quesadillas going. Yeah, but this is it. That is the menu for Polly.
I found a place, by the way.
All right.
I found. All right. At least so it's called Off the Wall. I know when we call people off the walls, they look crazy, but you know, I guess it's let's see. Off the Wall. I finally found a place. All right, off the wall, no shoes, no shirt, no problem. I guess they're telling you coming in there bare naked. I mean, you know.
I guess you're cash. Okay, pizza, nice.
All right, yeah, actually.
Oh, that's really cool. Like I like that.
Nice.
It's nice. It is by the beach.
Yeah, you know what that reminds me of? Salt Shack here in Tampa.
Okay, that's where there it goes. Right there, off the wall.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Wow, that's nice.
It's a nice, like, outdoor place. They got live music here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but I mean, you're definitely gonna get some beautiful sunsets over here. That looks like an old picture. That looks like a picture from like that, like
retro
80s.
It's the 90s, yeah.
Or like like early 90s. Let's see. Definitely gonna get that, but we're gonna get to the menu right now. So
I see that it looks really nice, so that's cool.
Yeah, it does look really nice.
Off the wall, no shoes, no shirt, no problem.
Oh, okay. Am I at the menu? Oh, I'm at the menu, right?
Yeah, you're at the menu. So they have the appetizers.
So appetizers, chips and salsa, cheese nachos, chili nachos. Add some beef or chicken, veggie nachos. Got Gonzalez, chef salad. You get some pizza, which I never get pizza whenever I'm on vacation. I mean, except for on the cruise ship. But when I'm like off the cruise ship, I'm not gonna get pizza because I could get good pizza by me. I'm sorry. Yeah. So calzones, I got that.
Ooh.
Now this is the good stuff. They got the burgers.
Burgers.
Hamburger, cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger, veggie burger, salmon burger. You got hot dogs, chili cheese dog, got some deli sandwiches, corned beef or turkey Reuben. I never heard of a turkey Reuben. No?
That's different.
Black Forest, Turkey Club. Oh, you can build your own sandwich. Yep. So at least I found something, because a lot of places I look at, like the menu, though, it was horrible. It was like no menu or this. The websites on these islands, a lot of these places were really bad.
Right, or the website. But the original reason why I picked the other one, like I mentioned before, was because it was right there on the port. And it looked promising, but we didn't get to see a menu, so it's okay. Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I want to show you guys, if anybody has like a DJI or GoPro, right? So I bought this. You can buy this on Amazon, which is real cheap. I bought a light. This is something new. I bought this on Amazon. I like it. If you like to film in dark a lot, or if you go on these excursions where you go like into caves, and I bought that on Amazon. That was extremely. It was really. I think it was like maybe like. I think it was like $5 or $10, but it was definitely. I can't remember off the top of my head. It might be maybe the most $15 or $20. It wasn't more than 20. I know that off the top of my head. I'm not looking at the Amazon, so. And so that I really did. I like that because especially when I go and film like these deck parties and stuff like that. Boom, right, I got it right there. But I won't make the same mistake that I made my last cruise, is where I lost like 80% of my footage. So,
oof.
Yeah, I clicked the button thinking I would get more memory. Yeah, of course I get more memory. It just deleted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't say delete. I forgot what it was. It was a different name it said in there. I forgot what it was called.
Yeah,
off the top of my head. Yeah, so that's good.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah, those you know, I made some controversial cruise news this week. If you haven't heard, I got my one story, which I just put out yesterday. It's going pretty good, so I'm gonna let you guys know about it. You give your own opinion on it. I don't know if you have gone on, if you're going on any kind of cruise ships or anyone's going out there, please just let me know what has actually happened, because I'm hearing all over TikTok that Carnival is banned. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm hearing it all over TikTok. I've seen like multiple videos, like 10 or 20 or 30 different videos, right? I'm not going to make stories just off of one video, because it might not be true, right? But when you see that many videos off of reliable creators, I'm going to make the video. And they're saying that in the nightclubs and on some of the cruises throughout the entire cruise, depending on time, that Carnival is, the DJ told them that they're not allowed to play hip hop or rap music. And they're saying it's because they are trying to limit the fights.
Oh, I mean, wow.
So, to me, I don't think it doesn't matter what type of music you play, right? My opinion is this: if you really want to limit the fights and you believe it's happened mostly at the nightclubs, then just shut down the nightclub. That's just my honest opinion about that. I understand people like to go to the nightclub, right? And they like to do that stuff, but I mean, obviously, or just don't. Which you're not gonna make money, but don't serve alcohol inside the nightclub.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, does anybody else have any other announcements before we say our goodbyes?
Nope. No. Well, I'm going to the movies, so no, I'm gonna watch Jurassic World. I'm excited. I'm a dinosaur.
Actually, right before I just put up a news video. It's actually, this is a good one. A 77-year-old lady leaves a retirement home to live on a cruise, and she paid like 15 years in advance. So,
oh my god,
she's on trip. The thing I still don't understand, right? I understand you want to do it, but I understand maybe you don't want to see it. I mean, I don't know how your family's going to see you, but whatever, it's going to happen, right?
Yeah,
but
I have to go on a cruise.
But okay, things they can work around that. But what about like your medical stuff? Your pills.
Oh, I'm sure that they will send it to the medical team on board, because they actually do have medical team, and as long as you send everything, they actually have all your medication and stuff like that, because Mario lives on board and he gets everything taken care of through the Royal Caribbean.
Oh, so but you literally have to go to like a CVS and get like safe if you want.
No, you don't, because they ship it to the actual cruise line directly.
Oh, for
it goes,
real?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Once you do
see, this is something in my video I was trying to figure out. Right, Samara. Hello, Samara. Thank you,
Samara. Yeah, but once you book, you're gonna live on ship. The doctor submits all that information to, let's say, Walgreens, CVS, wherever they are, and then they send everything by package to the cruise ship, and then the medical team will hold on to that medication and disperse it on a monthly basis.
And what happens if maybe, because sometimes these pharmacies screw up, obviously. What happens if they didn't get enough of the supplies? I'm assuming they'll have to send it.
They do, because I know that there's like about 4 people that are living on cruise ship that I know, like Mario's one. There was another lady that used to live on Crystal Cruises, but I know that went sideways. So I don't know where she's living now. But yeah, they do all sorts of different things for the the medical team. What is that?
Because he said that went sideways, and I'm over here just imagining her going sideways for real.
Oh my god!
No, I'm really thinking. I'm thinking, man. I was like, people have medical conditions. They have this. They have that. Yeah. How are they going to like live?
Well, you have to make sure you have to be medically. You can have some things, but not to the extent where you're going to need like an actual person, like dialysis and things like that on a daily basis.
Right. So remember, some of these cruises dock back at the port, so they could probably get off, pick up something that they need real quick or whatever, and then get back on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But going real quick back to Jeffy, since Jeffy mentioned that he's going to go see Jurassic Park on our Europe trip, that's when I find out that he had this dinosaur love and who knows, with Godzilla and who knows who else. So I had no idea.
I don't know how
was going on.
I do not know. I love Godzilla. I even have like action figures and stuff of Godzilla.
Oh my God. I had no idea. So he found this book in Paris.
I have
it. Now he's gonna go get the book. He found this book and he was telling me all about it. You should see him. He's like a little kid on this comic place. And oh God, there it is. So I gifted him that book of Godzilla.
Yeah. For you with Godzilla, I just got the one thing. Godzilla. Okay. Yeah. That is the 1980s version of the Godzilla movies.
That's how I use, because it had the dub and it's horrible. It's really bad.
Samara says you need dinosaur plushies.
Dinosaur plushies, yeah.
It shows you how much technology has gotten so much better. Like I have, if anyone hasn't seen, I have literally created a little baby AI of me and my wife already. But the funny part is, they left my wife's tattoo on her, so she looks like she's like a 4 or 5-year-old kid with a tattoo.
With a tattoo,
that's cute. Well, I have no announcements right now, other than next month I'll be on Start of the Seat, which you guys already know about that.
Awesome.
So yeah, this is the end of our Across the Way St. Croix. So Miss Katie, hopefully you watch the replay later on when you get a chance, and hopefully. We didn't mess up too much on the excursions and the restaurants. So I apologize to you guys for that. Sorry. But next week, what are we doing next week? I keep forgetting. I should just write these down.
We are talking about the
Southampton.
Southampton.
Ooh.
If those of you don't know, that is the Booze Cruise port in England, because anytime something like a fight or something happens, they always leave out Southampton.
Oh my God.
And they literally do
there you guys have it.
So
next week we'll be at the port of Southampton. So I see you guys next week. Another Across the Way shows on the books. I love you guys all to the moon and back. Okay. May God bless each and every one of you guys. Toodaloo.
Thank you guys for watching. Have a great one.
to the blues.
Oh, look at him. There he goes. Oh, it's Popeye. There you go. Popeye the Sailor Man. Take it away.
Bye, guys.